We are live. Are we live? Yes, we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live lesson. Thanks for joining today. My name is Lizzie, and I'm going to be taking this live lesson today. And we're going to wait just a few minutes for everyone to join. So in this moment, if you're here, if you know anyone that you think would enjoy this lesson or find it useful, then go ahead and share it using the little share link at the bottom of the video and share it with some friends. Let's see if we can get some more people studying with us today. So please let me know, is everything okay? Is the sound okay? Is the video okay? Some of you might notice I'm in a different place today. Well, if you're very observant, you might notice that I'm in a different place today. I'm where I used to be. So I'm back home for the weekend at my parents'. And sometimes the Wi-Fi can be bad here, but I think it's fine. But please let me know if everything is okay. And please also let me know in the comments, in the chat, where you are right now in the world. I'd love to see where everyone is joining us from. There's always so many people from so many different places, and it's so interesting for me to see. We have Stacy from South Korea. Hi, Stacy. Amit from Turkey. Hi, Amit. Samit from Turkey too. Eduardo. Hello, Eduardo from Brazil. We've got from Japan, Saudi Arabia, Romania, India. Lots from Turkey. Lovely. How's the weather in Turkey? How's the weather everywhere, actually? I'm in Scotland right now, and it's warm for Scotland. I mean, it's probably less than 20 degrees, which for some of you is not going to be warm, not going to be hot. But for Scotland, this is pretty good weather. Where else have we got? In India, it's raining. Okay. So we're going to get started in a minute. Just going to introduce myself again for those of you just joining now. My name is Lizzie. I am a tutor on Cambly. And we have these live lessons on our YouTube channel every Sunday at the same time with different tutors. So if you're new, then welcome. If you're here all the time, you're always joining these live lessons, then welcome back. Lovely to see you again, and well done for studying on a Sunday. Congratulations for doing that, because, yeah. So today we are going to be talking about how we feel. Okay, so we're going to be talking about feelings, emotions, which is a very, very broad topic in the sense that we have so many phrases and so much vocabulary to describe how we feel. So today I've just chosen 10 idioms or phrases. And so if you guys think of any more throughout the live, please write them in the chat. We can all learn from each other. If you think of any synonyms for the ones that I've chosen, then please write them in the chat too. That would be great. And the reason I've chosen 10 is I often say to my students when they're learning new vocabulary, idioms, phrasal verbs, collocations, whatever, I feel like if you learn too many at once, you try to cram in so much vocabulary all at once, it becomes really impossible to retain the information and to remember them. So I always recommend to my students, probably less than 10 even, I would probably recommend to them learning about 5 new words every day, or even every week. It depends how often you study in English, because that way I find you're more likely to remember and retain this vocabulary, you're going to use it, and then it's more beneficial. But for the purposes of this live lesson, because 5 would not be enough, I've chosen 10 for you. So I'm going to start off by asking you all a question, a very basic, simple question, and I just want you to write your answer in the comments, in the chat. How do you feel today? So how are you feeling today? How are you? Please let me know in the comments and I'll see how you are all doing. You can answer with a word, you can answer with a sentence, however you like. Not good. I'm sorry you're not good. In one word, great. I'm good. I'm over the moon. Nice. Good, happy. Okay, excellent. And all of your answers here are correct. Sick. Oh no, I hope you feel better soon. Hope you feel better soon. So all of these answers are correct. Absolutely fine ways to answer this question. But often when we start studying English, to reply to this question, how are you? We learn phrases like I'm good, I'm well, I'm not great, I'm so so. That's very common among my younger students. They love using that phrase, I'm so so. I don't know if you ever use that. For me, I find that quite, I feel like it's taught so much, but and like lots of my young students will respond to how are you with so so. But to be honest with you, especially from the part of the world I'm from, nobody really says this anymore. So personally, if you're coming to the UK or speaking with British teachers, I wouldn't recommend using so so, just because it's not very commonly used. But it's useful to learn some other ways to answer this question. Okay, so to learn some other phrases, idioms, even to answer this question, or even to just describe how we are feeling in different situations and in different contexts, because it's going to help you sound more like a native speaker. And also, if you're studying for things like IELTS or for exams, it's great to have a broader range of vocabulary because you're going to get more points and scores. You're going to get higher score, higher band for using a wider range of vocabulary. So if you're studying for an exam like this, an English exam, then it's also great to learn lots of different ways to answer certain questions, like how you're feeling. So today I'm going to give you some idioms, some phrases that are commonly used by native speakers um, to express how they feel in different situations. Please note that I am a British English speaker, so I've chosen some that will be used in many English speaking countries, but there might be a couple which are more common or only used in British English. It doesn't mean you can't use these in other parts of the world, because to be honest, using any of these in context, I'm sure English speakers would understand what you were saying. So they're all still useful, and a lot of them are used in all English speaking countries. So, yeah. But just please note that some of them are more British English phrases. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to go over them with you today. And then I'm going to test you on them a little bit as well. So, feel free to take some notes if you like, if that's helpful. And also, as I say, if you think of any synonyms, other ways to express how you feel in that are similar to these or in different situations, please write in the chat. And then at the end as well, I'll give you a chance to ask some questions. So don't worry if I don't answer your question throughout, you'll have some time at the end. Also, if you are just joining us now or you're not able to watch this whole live today, please don't worry, because we post all of the videos on the YouTube channel afterwards, so you can watch it again and again and again. So no stress if you don't watch the whole thing or if you're joining us late. Okay. If we are ready, I'm going to start with the first one. So I'm going to start with the more positive. Maybe I should have done it the other way. I should have started with the sort of negative feelings and ended in a positive way, but it's fine. I'm going to start with the happy, sort of positive ones, and then we'll get to the kind of not so great and when you're feeling a bit rubbish ones at the end. Okay. So the first one is this one, which is here. I've got it here so you can see it a bit better, which is blissfully happy. Okay, blissfully happy. I mean, I think you guys kind of know what this means because we've got the word happy, and I'm sure we all know what happy means. But blissfully happy. What do you think blissfully happy means? Any ideas? What's the difference between I'm happy or I'm blissfully happy? We've made it a bit of a stronger feeling. But can you think of what it means to be blissfully happy? Or maybe when would you be blissfully happy? More happy, yes, so happier. Yes. I'll give you a couple minutes, see if anyone else. Very, very happy. Yes, it is sort of making it stronger. Extremely happy. Yeah, all of these are correct. I would also say that blissful is kind of like you have no worries about anything. You're just completely, entirely happy. There's nothing worrying you. There's nothing getting you down or making you feel bad. You just feel so extremely happy and relaxed. Um, so can you think of a situation when you might feel completely happy with no worries in the world? You're relaxed, you're happy. When might you feel like that? Do you feel like that right now? I hope so. I can see some of you already writing some synonyms. Samit said easygoing. That's great. Well done. Thank you. So easygoing is like when you are, yeah, very similar. So like happy, relaxed. I'd say it's more relaxed than happy, easygoing. But yeah, let's see. When do you guys feel blissfully happy? Nimrod, when I get a puppy. Oh, yeah, that's a nice example. Blissfully happy when you're eating chips. Yeah. Once I finish my tasks. Yeah, that makes sense because you're relaxed. You've got no worries. At the weekend. Yeah, good one. When you achieve something good. Yes. Do any of you feel blissfully happy today? I hope that you do. I feel blissfully happy when I am with my family or when I hear some good news, but also when I am on holiday. I don't know if any of you have said that one, but when I am on holiday. So I've said, when I'm on holiday, I feel blissfully happy. Okay. Let's go on to our next positive phrase, word. It's actually a word. And you know what? I realized I think I've taught this word in a past lesson that I did on British slang. So if you haven't seen that lesson and you're into learning British vocabulary, don't watch it now. But if you want to learn some more British slang, then after this lesson or whenever you have spare time, that's one of my live lessons on the Cambly YouTube channel. So go and watch that later. Please don't go now. But yeah, the one I'm going to teach is, I can't find it here. Here, buzzing. Okay, buzzing. And I've drawn a little picture of a bee, as you can see. I think it's good that I'm not an artist and I'm an English teacher, but so buzzing like a bee, okay, because a bee buzzes, but it's got a different meaning. It's got nothing to do with bees when we use it in British slang, okay, when we're talking about how we feel. So some of you might know this, or maybe you remember from my other live lesson. What does it mean if you say you are buzzing? Maybe as well, I'm going to give you an example sentence, which I think in context you'll probably get. I'm buzzing for the party on Saturday. I'm buzzing for the party on Saturday. So what could it be? Remember, it's a positive thing, a good feeling. Excited, yeah, exactly. I am excited for the party on Saturday. I am buzzing for the party on Saturday. So buzzing, yes, can also be used to talk about sound. So it can be used to talk about the sound that a bee makes, like bzzz. What else can buzz? You could buzz like a bell, a doorbell. Some of them make a sort of buzzing sound. Well, most of them ring, but you could buzz. Some doorbells buzz, some ring. But yeah. But if it's used in British slang, it's used to say you're excited. So maybe you can tell me in the chat, what are you buzzing for? Or when was the last time you were buzzing and why were you buzzing? Were you buzzing for this live lesson today? I hope so. So yeah, it means you're excited about something. You're excited for something. It can sometimes be used in British slang as well to just sort of mean that you feel really good, and you're quite happy as well, but it's most commonly used to say you're excited. Okay, the last kind of, well, we've got a couple which are okay, they're in the middle. So I'm going from positive and then sort of in the middle and then feeling not so good. So we've got the last positive one, which is this one, which is quite a common idiom, and it's used all over the world in English speaking countries. So I feel like you might have heard this one before. So look at me trying to be artistic again. um, over the moon. Over the moon. What does over the moon mean? I'll have a look in the chat and see if any of you know this one. Over the moon. When would you feel over the moon? Yeah, extremely happy. Okay, extremely happy. It's like you're extremely happy, and it's usually because you've received some good news um, about something. Okay, like if you just say, "Oh, I feel happy today," I wouldn't really say I feel over the moon. It's usually because you've received some good news about something, so therefore you are over the moon because you received some really good news. So, my example sentence is, yeah, delighted. Thank you. Someone's given me a synonym. Delighted. Okay, so you're delighted, you're very happy, usually about something. So I was over the moon when I received the job offer. I was over the moon when I received the job offer. Can anyone tell me a time that you were over the moon? What happened? My sister is having a baby. This is not an example sentence, this is real. I'm talking about my actual life. My sister is having a baby, she's pregnant, and when she told me that she was pregnant, I was over the moon. Okay? So it's about being really happy, but about something, about hearing some news, okay? About something good happening. So therefore you feel extremely happy. Because you could just say I'm happy and just genuinely feel happy. It's just how you feel. But with over the moon, it's usually because you've heard something good or you've received some good news. Just want to make that clear. I will be over the moon if she accepts my proposal. If that's a real sentence about you, then good luck. I hope she does. Yesterday, I was over the moon when I got full marks. Good. Yeah. If I get a student visa, I'll be over the moon. Yeah. She was over the moon with her new house. If someone says, "How are you?" and you said, "I'm over the moon," they would probably then be like, they'd say to you, "Oh, why? Like, what are you over the moon about?" Okay, so this is kind of the point I'm making. It's not really enough to just say, "I'm over the moon." There's always a reason why you're over the moon. Yeah. Okay. Let's go on to the kind of medium ones. So they're not like really positive. This one can be positive or negative. Okay, I've given you two options, which is this one here, in good or bad form. Okay, in good or bad form. If you are a French speaker, are there any French speakers in this lesson today? And maybe other languages too, but I just know for certain in French. Let me know if you're a French speaker today. But if you are a French speaker, then you have the phrase être enfant, which sounds very, very similar to this. But être enfant in French means to be in good shape. Okay, it's talking about your fitness and your health. So please don't get confused. Okay, it's a bit of a false friend. that we share with French language. So it's nothing to do with your physical health and fitness, okay? It in this sort of context, and we're talking about how we feel, we are just saying that we generally feel good or bad, okay? It's just that. We generally feel good, we generally feel bad. It's kind of generally how you're feeling at the moment. I'm in good form, I'm in bad form. And this is very, very common, definitely in British English anyway. This is a very, very common phrase to use. So, I'm in really good form at the moment, or I'm not in great form. We might say that. I'm not in great form at the moment, or I'm in quite bad form. I've been in bad form recently. So tell me, are you in good form or are you in bad form? And let me see what my example sentence is. Oh, my example sentence isn't isn't that isn't the best. So if you guys can give me some better example sentences, I would love that. It's just I feel in good or bad form at the moment. So it's just sort of generally how you feel overall. And we might often use that word as well. We might often say generally or in general, I'm in good form or I feel in good form. I'm seeing lots of people saying they're in good form, which is good. I'm happy. Okay. Someone has said, I'm so sorry, I can't read your name, but I could say, I'm in a good frame of mind. Yeah, good one. I'm in a good frame of mind. Quite a similar kind of phrase. It's sort of, I'm generally feeling good. I'm in a good frame of mind. It's sort of like I'm feeling good, but I'm also feeling quite like focused, positive, mentally. I'm feeling good. I'm going to make good decisions. Okay, you're all giving me such good synonyms today. I think I'm going to have to do a part two of this topic because there's so many good phrases and you guys are saying so many. So if you think it would be useful and if you like this topic, please say, or even just by liking the video once we post it, then that's a good sort of indication for me that it was useful for you. So if you found this lesson useful, please like it once it's posted on the channel afterwards. Or you can maybe do that now. I don't actually know. If you can do that now, then go for it. Yeah, that would be a good indication for me if this is a topic that you want more of, and then I might do a part two with some more vocabulary. So please let me know. So the next one is, it's like I'm feeling good and then bad and good and bad. So from these, I hope you can read these. I'm feeling good and then I'm feeling bad. Which one of these do you think it could be? So 1 minute I feel great and the next minute I feel terrible. And then I feel okay. No, I don't feel very good again. Yes, exactly. Oh, some of you got it. Stacey got it. Up and down, okay? I feel up and down. I use this quite a lot. I'm often feeling up and down. So sometimes I'm feeling good and then I'm like, oh, actually, no, I don't feel great. So, yeah, to feel up and down. Do you guys often feel up and down? I guess it's normal for everyone to feel up and down. My example sentence is, she's been feeling up and down recently. Or you might say, I feel a bit up and down at the moment. I think this is quite a useful one because I think when you learn phrases like vocabulary such as I feel good, I feel bad, I feel great, I guess it's kind of similar to so-so, isn't it? It's like not good, not bad, sometimes good, sometimes bad. But it's a very useful one because I think it's very true for a lot of people to feel up and down. Okay, I'm now going to move on to the more negative ones. So let's see what we've got. Which one of these, you can choose which one we're going to have next. Please tell me one from here which is a negative feeling. Which one of these is negative? And we'll just go with that. I mean, there's a few that are negative, but tell me one. Feel off. Let's go with that then. Feel off. I feel off. What could that mean? Obviously, you'll know on and off to switch something on and off. But what could you mean if you say, I feel off? I feel a bit off. I feel kind of off. If it's quite a negative thing. Let's see where I can find it. Here we go. Yes, Lenny, thank you. It means weird. Yeah, it does. It means you feel a bit weird. It means you don't really feel like yourself. You can't really describe why usually, but you just feel a bit strange. You don't feel like your true self. You're not feeling 100%. You're not 100% happy. You're a bit weird and just not the best. I feel a bit off. So you might say, I'm not feeling like myself. I feel a bit off. Okay? Feel a bit off. Do any of you think you would use this one? Do you think this is something that you would say? Let me know. Okay. The next one I'm going to go with is this one. Bored to tears. Bored to tears. Oh, you can't see all of that. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. Bored to tears. I mean, what does this mean? I feel like it's quite obvious. Again, we're just exaggerating the feeling, okay? So you're bored, you could say, I feel bored, but if you say, I feel bored to tears, it's like emphasizing it, it's making it much stronger. You're saying you're so bored, you're extremely bored, okay? So you might say, that film was terrible, I was bored to tears. I hope nobody's bored to tears right now. Bored to tears. Yeah, so tears means you are crying. So a tear. Be careful with this word because it's oh my goodness, my brain's not working. Homonym. I get so confused. Homonym, homophone, homonym, where the word is the same spelling, but it has different pronunciation and different meaning. So we have, if we take away the S as well, we have tear and tear. Okay, so tear is to go like to tear a piece of paper or tear a piece of bread or something. Tear is what you have in your eyes it's what your body produces when you are crying. Okay, a tear. So if you're bored to tears, it's an idiom, okay? So it's not literal. You're probably not actually crying. I mean, I don't know anyone that's ever been so bored that they've cried. I don't know if you've ever cried, really cried from boredom. But it's an idiom just meaning I was so, 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 so bored. Okay. Did you think I was going to tear the paper? So yeah, that film was terrible. I was bored to tears. Okay. We use like talking about crying and having tears quite a lot when we talk about how we feel in idioms because we can also say, I cried with happiness. Often that does mean we are crying though. That's not really an idiom. I feel like there's more. I can't think. If it comes to me, I will say. Oh, okay. The next one is this one. On edge. On edge. What does on edge mean? When might you feel on edge? If you are on the edge of something, for example, you could be on the edge of a mountain or on the edge of a cliff, okay? That's talking about where you are physically, okay? An edge would be like how can I show you an edge? An edge, like this is like the edge of my notebook, okay? I don't even know how to explain this in words right now, but this is the edge of my notebook. So this is what you would, if you're talking about where you are physically, you can be on the edge of a building, or I hope you're never on the edge of a building, on the edge of a mountain, the cliff edge, we would say. But if we're talking about how we feel, what does it mean? What are you saying? Yes, anxious. Well done, Samit. Feeling nervous, worried. Yeah, really good. Well done, guys. So, yeah, anxious or really nervous, worried about something. So, when might you feel on edge? When was the last time you felt on edge? When did I feel on edge? I feel on edge before a job interview. Any other times you might feel on edge? Maybe when you're waiting to hear some news and you don't know if it's going to be good news or bad news, you might feel a bit on edge. You're nervous, you're stressed, you're anxious, worried. On a first date, yeah, very good example. On a first date, you probably will feel on edge when you have an important exam, exactly. So try to make an example sentence using these situations that you've given me. Okay, so you can say I feel, I felt on edge, I was on edge, I am on edge. Okay, so for a lot of these we can say to feel, blah blah blah. We can use the verb to feel, or we can use the verb to be. I am, he is, she is. And I think I'm correct in saying this, and Cambly can probably confirm in the comments for me. But if you are struggling with your tenses, your verb tenses, if that's something you find difficult, then I'm pretty sure we have some live lessons or YouTube videos on our channel talking about different tenses. So feel free to watch these as well after this lesson if that's something you need practice with, conjugating your verb tenses. Okay, so on edge, what's my example sentence? Oh, when I was waiting for my exam results, I felt very on edge. Okay, so you feel very anxious, stressed, nervous, worried. Okay, next one is this one. Okay, down in the dumps. Down in the dumps. This is an idiom, okay? So again, it doesn't really make sense to say, like, it doesn't make sense literally down in the dumps. Yeah, like dump is like where we would maybe take rubbish, trash. I don't know if that's something to do with why we say it, but it's an idiom. So don't worry too much about the literal meaning. What does it mean to an English speaker when we say we are down in the dumps? You might be able to get it from the down. If you feel down, that's also something we say quite a lot. I feel a bit down. I feel down at the moment. I feel a bit sad, depressed, unhappy. Okay, so down in the dumps is a negative. It means you're very sad, depressed, unhappy. You're not feeling good. You could say I feel very down in the dumps, or I feel a bit down in the dumps, okay? You can use these with this one. When might you feel down in the dumps? Could I just say dumps? No. I feel dumps? No. You could say I feel down, or I feel down in the dumps. I feel down in the dumpster. That's not an idiom that we use, but I think English speakers would understand what you were saying. If they knew this idiom, then they would get what you meant by saying that. So feel free to say it if you want, but it's not commonly used. We'd say I feel down in the dumps. Okay. When do you feel down in the dumps? My example was, she's been down in the dumps since he broke up with her. I was down in the dumps when I lost my dog. I'm just checking your sentences. I was down in the dumps when my manager passed away. I'm sorry. Under the oh sorry, Stefania has given us another synonym again. Under the weather. Good. Under the weather. Does everyone know what that means? If you feel under the weather. I'm sorry if I'm missing some of your synonyms, guys, and your other phrases. I've seen lots of good ones, but this live lesson would go on forever if I went over all of them, which is why I'm thinking I might do a part two. So please, again, like I said, let me know if this would be useful. Okay. Down in the dumps when she failed the exam. Okay, I feel like we're all gonna start feeling a bit sad, and I'm so sorry. So I'm gonna I'm gonna wrap it up and give you our last is it our last one? Yes, it is. Our last phrase, okay? And then we'll do a little mini quiz, and I've got a couple questions for you to answer, and then we'll have time for some questions because I feel like we're all going to go away from this lesson feeling really sad. I should have ended on the happy ones. Maybe we'll think of another happy one altogether to end on. I think we should do that. Okay, the last one I've got here is fed up. This is a phrasal verb. For those of you who don't know what a phrasal verb is, sorry, I keep talking about loads of other Cambly videos. You're going to have so many things to watch. But there are definitely lots of live lessons and even just some short pre-recorded lessons on the channel about phrasal verbs. There's like different categories. We've got phrasal verbs with get. I know we've got that one. There's more. So phrasal verbs are a very useful thing to learn. Because native English speakers use these all the time, but they are definitely, particularly for my students. If not for you, then well done, because I don't know how you guys manage to learn all these phrasal verbs. It's so confusing, I can imagine, to learn in English. But for my students, they find it the most difficult thing, with some grammar as well and pronunciation. But phrasal verbs they find the most difficult because there are so many and they are very confusing because a lot of them look and sound the same and a lot of them have more than one meaning, and it's just like I feel like you could be learning phrasal verbs forever. So it's a phrasal verb, fed up. What does it mean? I mean, we know it means something negative. I told you that already. It can kind of mean two things, I would say. So the first meaning I would say it can mean you're bored, okay? If you're fed up of something or fed up with something or someone, it can mean that you're bored of it or them. But it can also just mean you generally don't feel good. Okay, I feel a bit fed up today. I just don't feel good. Or you could say, I'm really fed up of listening to that song on the radio. I'm so bored of it. I've had enough. I don't want to hear it anymore. Okay, so it kind of has two different meanings. So yeah, bored and unhappy. Exactly, Vincent. Thank you. So I put, when I had COVID, I felt fed up. And actually, for this example sentence, it could kind of mean both things that I said, couldn't it? Because when I had COVID, I definitely felt a little bit unhappy and I definitely felt a bit bored. Because I still had to isolate at home and I just didn't have much to do. And it was Christmas. But now in the UK anyway, we don't have to. Sorry, I'm not going to talk loads about COVID, but now we don't have to isolate. I don't know what the COVID situation is for you guys, what all the rules are in your countries. But if you have COVID now in the UK, you don't have to isolate at home. You can just continue your day, which is very strange. But yeah, so maybe you wouldn't feel fed up anymore. But when I had COVID, I felt fed up. When were you guys last feeling fed up? Or what are you fed up of? Okay, so what are you bored of? What are you fed up of? Or when did you feel fed up? When my brother sees the TV, I'm fed up. Or when he watches TV. When he watches TV. When we talk about the TV, we always use the verb to watch, okay? I'm actually about to mention another Cambly video. I've never done this so much in one live. You're gonna have to take notes. But there is a, I think did I? Did I make this video? I think I maybe did. There's a Cambly video on the YouTube channel about the difference between look, see, and watch. Um, and it is something, these three verbs, many English learners get confused. So make sure you watch that. But when we talk about the TV or we talk about a film, then we would use watch. There are some exceptions in there. So watch the video if you're unsure. Okay. Before I mention any other videos and you feel overwhelmed with how many you're going to watch, I'm going to do a little quiz for you. So I've got 3 questions, and usually I do multiple choice, but I found that a lot of you are very good at these, and so I've decided to make it a little bit more difficult for you today. And it's not that difficult because, I mean, it is multiple choice because it's going to be one of these 10. But I'm not narrowing it down for you. I think these are still quite easy. I'm looking at them. Let's see. So the first one is, you just need to complete the sentence with one of these phrases or words. The lesson wasn't interesting at all. I felt what? The lesson wasn't interesting at all. I'm just checking to see if there's more than one option, because I think for some of these there is, okay? So for some of these, there's not just one correct answer. Yes. I would say there's 2 that work best here. You could argue that there's others, but I would say there's 2 that work the best. And Stacey has got them both, so well done, Stacey. I mean, lots of you have got them. I felt bored to tears, or I felt fed up. Because remember, fed up can mean either unhappy or bored, or unhappy and bored all at the same time. So I felt bored to tears, or I felt fed up. Okay. The next one is, well done, guys. Sorry. Lots of you got the correct answer, so well done. Answers. I felt something before my driving test. I felt what before my driving test? Let me show you. There we go. You can see it all at the same time. I felt. I feel like there's one. Well, you could argue more than one, but I feel like there's one that works the best in this context. I felt, which one of these means you feel nervous and anxious and worried? Good, loads of correct answers. I felt on edge before my driving test. Have you guys taken a driving test? How did you feel before? Did anyone feel buzzing? Or did you just feel on edge? Or did you feel a mixture of the 2? Let me know. Okay, the last one, the last quiz question, and then I have a couple of questions for you, although I might have asked one of them during. We'll go over it. Okay. She was what about her sister's engagement? Engagement is when she's getting married, okay? Your sister's getting married. She's told you the news that she's engaged, she's getting married. So she was what? How did she feel about her sister's engagement? Now, when I was writing this question, I had a particular one in mind. And then I was looking at all of these and I thought, actually, you could use so many of these, because it really depends on the context, doesn't it? Because you could feel positive, you could feel happy about it, but you never know. For some reason, you might not be happy. Okay? Maybe you feel like jealous because you want to get married. Maybe you don't like the person that she's getting married to. So it could be many of these. But the one I had in mind is the one that a lot of you are saying, which is over the moon or blissfully happy. But you really could use buzzing as well. But you could say she was down in the dumps. You could say she was on edge, I guess. Yeah. You could say she was, could you say she was fed up? Maybe. Doesn't work so well. But yeah, there are a few different options here. It really depends on the context and the situation. Okay. So I just have two questions for you, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of time to ask some questions if you have some. So have a little think. Is there any of this vocabulary here you want to ask a question about? Anything about Cambly, or yeah, anything about how you feel? Any other vocabulary you can think of and you want to double check its meaning related to this topic? Then have a little think of a question. So these are just open questions. You can just answer truthfully if you like, or you can give me an example sentence. It's up to you. The first question is, when was the last time you felt blissfully happy? When was the last time you felt blissfully happy? What was it? What happened? What were you doing? Why did you feel blissfully happy? Remember, my example sentence was, I feel blissfully happy when I go on holiday. I felt blissfully happy traveling. I think I asked you guys to make an example sentence like this when I did that one. But anyway, you can give me another one. um, Guys, if you're just joining this live now, we are quite close to the end. I've already gone over this vocabulary, but don't worry, don't panic. It's going to be posted on the YouTube channel as soon as this lesson is over. You'll be able to go and watch it back and see it from the beginning. So don't worry if you've missed anything. When I got a job after COVID-19, congratulations. When I went to salsa class, lovely, love that. When I have 2 days off in a week, yeah, that would make me feel blissfully happy. Okay, and my last question for you is, what bores you to tears? What bores you to tears? Is there anything, I don't know, maybe you saw a film recently that bored you to tears? Please tell us. Or maybe work bores you to tears, studying bores you to tears, I don't know. What makes you feel bored to tears? Let me know. This lesson bored me to tears. I'm sorry. Oh, you're kidding. Thank you. It's good. We always need the feedback. So even if you're not kidding, we need the honesty. Because then I know what to make lessons on, which is useful. I need feedback from you. But I'm glad that it didn't really bore you to tears. I mean, you're still here, so what else? When I went to a conference, I felt bored to tears. Oh, I'm sorry. Politics, doing nothing. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any questions about any of this vocabulary? Oh, and also, I said to you we were going to end it on another positive one. So, just a little last challenge, last task for you all, so that you can do some of the work, you can do some of the teaching. Please write in the chat a positive idiom or phrase or word about, yeah, feeling happy or excited. Okay, something that is not up here. Something that you think would be useful to share with the rest of the students. So that we're ending it on a nice, happy, positive one, because we didn't. We ended it on fed up. But also, sorry, I'm getting you to do too much at once here. Hope I'm not confusing you. Also, if you do have any questions, please ask in the chat now. And I'll try my best to answer. Lenny, I've always been confused about sitting on the fence. What does it mean? I've always been confused about sitting on the fence. Sitting on the fence is when you can't make a decision about something, or you don't agree or disagree with something. So, for example, if someone said, I don't know, what's your opinion on, I don't want to like start any big controversial discussion. What's your opinion on something? What's your opinion on this president or prime minister? Okay, and you might say, "Oh, I'm a bit on the fence. I can't decide if I like them or don't like them. I'm on the fence." Okay, or what's it's not. We wouldn't use it so much to talk about people. What's your opinion on this new law that's been passed? And you might say, I'm on the fence. I don't want to say that I agree with it or disagree. Okay, so you're neither agreeing nor disagreeing. You've not decided yet. You're undecided. Sorry, that was such a long explanation. I hope that helped. Head in the clouds, on top of the world, on cloud nine, walking on air. So many nice positive idioms. Um, well done, guys. Thank you. So, are there any more questions? Let me just double check. Did I miss any? I don't think so. Okay. Great. Well, thank you guys for giving us lots of nice positive ones at the end. I hope that you've learned lots of useful vocabulary today. And so the next time someone asks you how you're feeling or how you feel about a particular thing, you can use some of this vocabulary. It'll just help you to sound a little bit more native in English and stops you from repeating the same things all the time. So yeah. So I just want to chat a little bit about Cambly, because if you want to practice using this vocabulary in context with a native speaker, but you don't know any native speakers of English and you don't have any native English speaking friends, a great way that you can do this is through Cambly. Okay, so obviously we have our YouTube channel, but we also have a platform, a website where you can talk with native English teachers. Okay, so they're not only native English speakers, but a lot of them are very experienced teachers as well. So they can have just a general discussion with you, or they can teach you some more vocabulary. And I highly, highly recommend using it. It's so easy to use, it's so accessible, you can use it wherever you are. And you can book a lesson with me there or other teachers from all over the world, and practice using some of this vocabulary in context with them. And I have a discount code for you all. But you can also use the link, or the promo code will also be in the description of this video, if you forget it, but it's not too difficult to remember. It is Go Live. So you can get up to 36% off. So well done for today. Thank you for joining. I hope to see you all again. Well, I won't see you all again actually, but we hope to see you all again next Sunday, and I will see you again for another live. We might do a part 2 on this. So again, please give me some feedback. Please write in the comments if you found this interesting, if it's something that you would want to do like a part 2. Okay, so we could learn a bit more, maybe practice using it in more context. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. You've all been such good students. And I hope you have a really good week. Goodbye.